Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. So this is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika, okay? And today I'm doing a review on The Oval, all right? This is season 3, episode 12, the Dutiful Wife, okay? And you guys, this is my first time doing an Oval review. When I initially thought about doing it, it was already 5 episodes in, and I had a lot of different shows that I was trying to catch up on that were also about 5-6 episodes in. So I decided against it because I felt like it was too much. You know, I'm new to this YouTube thing. I just started doing reviews like 2 months ago. And now that some of the other shows already had their season finales, and we have, you know, a couple other shows that's going to be ending in about another week or two, I thought I would just add it on and see how it goes, fill it out, see how many people want it, how many people are interested in it, and then I would know whether I want to continue with it or not. I was going to wait to find out if we were getting a season 4 and then just pick it up, you know, fresh on a new season, but I decided to go ahead and do it now because as of yet, we have not got an answer whether they're getting a season 4 or not. And I would just try it out, like I said, to see if people actually are interested in this or not. So you guys need to leave it in the comments and let me know, you know, if you do like this, if you do want to hear reviews on it. So that way I would know, because I'm trying to, like I said, add some other new shows to my channel and figure out which ones I want to review. Of course, some things I just want to watch and enjoy for myself. I don't necessarily want to do, you know, a review on it. And depending on how much feedback I get will be whether I continue to do the reviews for it or not. And so we started out the episode, of course, with Max and Bobby there, you know, coming to rescue Lily. Okay, they finally got their behinds in there. And they having a shootout with Cal. And, of course, Max is talking mad mess because he just wants Cal so damn bad. And then, you know, basically he starts saying, well, I thought you wanted to see my face. And then Cal is like, wait a minute, Max? And he was like, come out and find out, you know. And Bobby is trying to get him to come on. He's like, we got what we came for. And then, you know, Max says to Bobby, no, you got what you came for, you know, meaning Lily. He was like, I don't want to leave until, you know, this damn boy is gone. All right. And so I'm like, I hear you, Max. I'm with you because I'm tired of damn Cal behind. But I doubt that they would kill Cal off anytime soon. And so nonetheless, after they, you know, shoot out and they leave with Lily, freaking Cal crazy behind comes downstairs and basically is a Secret Service agent laid out on the floor. Now, I don't know whether they was dead or not. I thought they had just knocked them out, but homeboy Cal done stomped on the damn person's head that was there on the floor. And then he calls Donald and he's like, you know, they got her. She's gone. And Donald's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, Bobby and Max, they was here. They, you know, overrushed us and he's gone. And then, you know, Donald's like, wait, where the hell is the Secret Service? And he's like, he ambushed them. They down. And he was like, they took them all down. And he was like, yes. So he tells him to come back to the White House and that he's going to have somebody else, you know, take care of them. And he was like, who the hell else you going to get, you know, to take care of it, to be on it? And he was like, just get your ass here now. And then Cal is like, okay, or whatever the case may be. And then Donald's just like, damn it, you know. And so Victoria's then sitting with, you know, the vice president's wife. And she's just sitting there like, well, I love what you did with the place. You know, the vice president's wife. She's trying to make small talk with Victoria. But meanwhile, Victoria's just looking at her like this. Not saying nothing, not answering none of her questions. She looking her up and down and, you know, all this with her crazy ass. And so, you know, the vice president wife is like, is there something wrong, First Lady? Like, were we supposed to be having what? Lunch? Should I come back at another time? She was like, you know, I was here to see my husband anyway, so let me, you know, get on down to him. She keep trying to get away from this damn lady because she like, you ain't saying nothing. You just sitting here looking at me. And so she's like, do you feel like chatting with me? And Victoria talking about, well, I would never feel like chatting with you. And she said, I see. So she's like, well, you know, what did you want me here for? And she was like, I just want to look at you. And she's like, look at me. She's like, study you. I'm like, yo, Victoria is crazy as hell. Okay. And so basically, you know, she just still keeps staring at her and she's like, well, you know, what the hell do you want, basically? You know, I hate to be rude, but I got to get going. I need to meet my husband. If we not going to be talking about nothing and we ain't going to be doing nothing, then I don't know what the hell I'm sitting here for, okay? She ain't say that. I'm saying that, but she was like, it's interesting seeing you, okay? And so by this time, Richard comes and he's telling them that lunch is ready, And so she was like, okay, perfect timing. So they go in there, to where Richard has the lunch set up. And so when they get inside, Victoria's basically like, this isn't a question. You're coming in with me for lunch. And so the vice president's, wife does tell Richard, like, please let my husband know that I'm up here and that I'm having lunch with this damn crazy ass first lady. Okay, I don't have my phone on me. And then he says, okay. And when they get inside, of course, Victoria is damn, paranoid. She feels like Priscilla fixes her food and more than likely Priscilla done poisoned the damn food. So she basically, when Richard first puts the plates down, makes him switch the plates and give the vice lady her plate, and then she takes the vice lady's plate. So I'm like, oh God. So then, we have Donald come inside where Hunter's at, okay? And he's basically, Hunter is saying what's going on with the vice president. Donald was like, oh, he's still here in the White House. He's like, well, get him the hell out. He's like, no, so I don't think that's a good idea. If anything, we need to leave him here. It's better for us to be able to keep an eye on him and know what he's doing and stuff like that. I think we should keep him as close as possible. He's asking him if he's calmed down now. And so, Hunter's like, of course I'm upset. He was like, I'm dealing with Victoria's father. I'm dealing with Ellie getting her head blown off. I'm dealing with this damn vice president. What the hell you think? I'm going to be in a good mood about that? And so Don was like, I'm on top of it. Let me talk to him. And he was like, you really think you could get through to him? And Don was like, yes, sir, I do. It's funny how Don would swear he could do every damn thing. And so Hunter got the nerve to be like, where's that dumbass talking about the damn vice president when Hunter ain't nobody damn dumber than you, okay? I don't even know. Well, yeah, I know how you became president because of Victoria's father. But, I mean, if that's the dummy calling a dummy, the pot calling the kettle black, right? And so he's saying how the vice president is threatening his administration and all this stuff. And so, like I said, Donald swears he's on top of it. And if he speaks to him, he would be able to, make things work, and he would be able to get through to him and all this other crap. And so then Donald starts to ask him about what Sam told him, with him having this woman there in the White House. And so, of course, Hunter's like, yeah, I had a woman in here. And he was like, it's been many women in here. This story, these couches could tell you a bunch of stories. Like, what the hell you asking me about that for? And he's like, did Cal tell you this? And he was like, no, Cal ain't tell me. Okay, Sam told me. He was like, this girl from the pharmacy. So Hunter talk about, I bet she thinking about, my proposal right now. And he was like, your proposal? He was like, yeah, I bet she thinking about it right now, and I bet she wants me or whatever. And so then Hunter says he wants Sam out. And so he's like, no. And he was like, well, damn, who the hell can I get out of here? Everybody, I'm telling you to get out. You keep telling me no. And he was like, well, Sam trusts me. This is what Donald was saying. Sam trusts me, and he would come to me with information. I'm like, Donald, Sam don't trust your damn ass. You can't be this dumb. Like, you were supposed to be a smart man. And so far, you were so dumb with what your thinking is that it ain't even funny. All right. And so he basically was like, he would be good for us too. So we ain't getting rid of him. No, we going to hold on to him, and, he's going to help us out. So then, Hunter tells him, well, just make sure he don't come to me with none of this. And he was like, okay, sir, definitely will. And he was like that he don't go to Victoria with it. And then, Don was like, okay, sir. And he basically leaves out after that or whatever. And so then we have, Max and Bobby basically get Lily to safety, back at their hotel where the vice president has set them up. And she, of course, is still shaking. She's upset. She all wet up from them damn waterboarding her ass or whatever. And then she's saying, y'all can't leave me, because they wanted to just drop her off there. Remember, they still supposed to be going to where, the vice president is. He's waiting on them. They actually stopped off to get her ass when they were supposed to be going straight there to him. So they can't, prolong it any longer. They need to get there. And so she's like, you really have to go. And he's like, yeah. And he's saying he's going to come right back. And of course, Max is like, listen, get on with this shit. Like, we ain't got no time for no damn love stories. We got stuff to do. And so he tells, Max to go ahead and get in the car and go ahead of him. So she's telling Bobby, you sure I'm going to be safe here? He says, yeah, but he gives her a gun. Like, if anybody come in, shoot their ass, somebody that don't belong in here. He's like, I'll be back as soon as I can. And he's like, we're going to take care of Cal. So she going to talk about some, no, bring him to me. That's the only thing that I ask. I'm like, all of a sudden now you this big thoroughbred that's going to be killing people. Okay, Lily. She's like, I want to do it or whatever. And he was like, well, if Max don't do it first. And she was like, no, you make sure you bring him to me. So he says, okay, that he's going to do that or whatever. And so the vice president finally gets away. The vice president's wife, I should say, finally gets away from Victoria crazy ass. She was like, look, I got to go. And Victoria got the nerve to talk about, oh, you being rude. And she was like, well, I'm sorry that I'm being rude, but my husband already was waiting for me long enough. I got to go. She was like, oh, you didn't even eat your food. She had been sitting there trying to ask her questions like, what are y'all up to? What's your reason for being here? And the, vice president's wife is like, listen, first lady, I don't know what the hell you want me to say. I'm here to see my husband. I have no idea what you're talking about. She was like, I swear to you, there's nothing else for me to tell. And at the end of the day, I'm sorry to be rude, but time's up to Lou, So basically she leaves. And so then we had Kareem basically come in and say how he hasn't opened up, the pharmacy all day, and he's going to go over there and open it up and check everything out. And basically Sharon is up saying, well, I'm going to come with you too. And then Dell is like, I'm going to come with you too. So he's like, everybody want to go, and he was like, Dell, you sure you up for that? Like, Dell always want to rush his damn ass somewhere. I don't understand why. I wouldn't have been rushing nowhere. But anyway, he then asked for help up. And Kareem, who I can't stand most of the time, but he was speaking facts in this one, says to him, if you need help to get up, then your ass probably shouldn't be going nowhere. But they help him up, and Sharon is basically like, we all gonna go. And I'm like, okay, girl. And so then we have Priscilla come into, crazy ass Victoria, whatever, where she's looking like she's about to pick up the plates and stuff, to take it, since she sees that the vice president's, wife already left and it don't look like they eating nothing. And of course Victoria want to play games. She's talking about, oh, sit down, stay with me, eat. Then she switches the damn plates around again. Then she's trying to, of course, get it out of Priscilla, like if she's gonna admit that she poisoned the food, asking her, well, what's in this? And Priscilla's like, it's some chicken. And she was like, did you poison this? And then she's like, no, ma'am. And she was like, oh, did you poison this? I'm pretty sure you did poison it, because I know I would poison it. And Priscilla tells her, well, me and you are two different people. No, I wouldn't do nothing like that. And so, of course, when Richard comes walking in, he's confused. Like, what the hell is Priscilla doing sitting here? That make him nervous. He's looking, and then she going to talk about some, oh, why don't you get her something to drink? We about to have lunch. She was like, get her, what does she like? Because she's a little hood chick, a ghetto chick, something she call her. She's like, what you like, grape soda, trying to be funny. And so Priscilla tells Richard to bring her some Marlowe or something like that. And she was like, oh, she trying to be fancy. And so she was like, Richard was trying to be like, ma'am, and, interrupted. And Priscilla's like, listen to her. She's the lady in charge. So he says, okay, he's going to go get it. And so Victoria's trying to tell her, the only reason why you still here is because of my father. I'm going to figure out how you know him. I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. And if you mess up one thing, I'm sure I could get you out of here. And of course, Priscilla ain't paying her no damn mind. She just like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm sure. She like, yes, ma'am, of course. Of course you will. Priscilla ain't caring about this damn lady not one bit, all right? And she's like, and, basically gets up and tells damn Victoria to enjoy her damn lunch and laughs. And so, Victoria just rolls her eyes and, basically drinking her wine. So when Priscilla comes back out to the kitchen, Richard is like, listen, did you do something to this lady? What the hell is going on? And she was like, hey, she's the one that started it. She invited me in here. She was like, she wants to play, but I play the game better than her. And Richard is saying, I don't like this, He was like, this is going too far. He said, did you do anything to her food? She was like, of course I didn't. He was like, are you sure? And, are you trying to finish her? And she's like, no, of course I'm not. I would never. And he was like, Priscilla. She was like, what? And he was like, I would never. She was like, I would never. She was like, you know how I get down. Look at my face. And so he talking about something. Listen, I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I don't know what the hell you would be capable of. He was like, you got to get out of here. You can't stay here. And she was like, well, I got the dinner. He was like, don't make me. And she was like, don't make me do what? And he was like, I could have you removed. If I feel like it's for your safety and that you could go too far and end up being hurt and it means saving your life, I have the authority to shut you down. And he was like, I'm going to need you to leave and you better go ahead and over and talk to Nancy. And so she was like, well, who the hell Nancy supposed to be? My damn therapist? What's she supposed to do? So I was laughing at that part because it was like, that is true. What the hell Nancy supposed to do? And he was like, well, you know, just for you to talk to her and cool your behind down or whatever the case may be. And she was like, wait, you being for real right now? And he was like, yes, I am. You are done for the day. Get the hell up out of here, okay? And I was like, oh, okay, Richard, you putting your foot down? And so he had called Nancy and told her to be expecting Priscilla, whatever the case may be, that he sent her there. And Nancy was so happy to get that damn phone call, okay? Because, you know, Richard was mad at her for the longest, so they got their little smoke and they little boom boom on. So she was just cheesing. And so in the midst of her being like, oh, let me move, you know, these dishes that was on the table, she hears like some thumping, like something fell or something upstairs. And she's like, Barry? And so she goes, you know, and puts the cups down and then goes upstairs to see what's going on. When she get upstairs to the damn room, of course, Barry, crazy behind, got the girl, you know, that he's saying is from the Rakadushi that stole his money or whatever the case may be, that his dumb behind left in the house, let in the house. He basically has her in there and she's begging to be let go. She's like, he kidnapped me. He took me against my will. I don't want to be here. And then Nancy talking about something. Oh, well, what if she would have called the police and basically telling the girl, go ahead, baby, get out of here, get out of here. So, of course, Barry is pissed off. He's like, I want to get my damn daughter back. And I'm like, yeah, how long y'all going to keep Barry away from his damn daughter, okay? It's been 3 damn seasons. So, nonetheless, you know, she like, you can't do it this way. We told you we're going to help you. Basically singing the same old song. She was like, this is not the way. We are going to find her. And she's like, how do you know that? And she was like, Ruth is going to help. He was like, man, Ruth ain't helping with shit. Ruth was back crazy, okay? And she was like, watch your mouth. And he was like, no. He was like, Mom, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not mad or upset when I'm saying it. This is just the facts. He was like, I'm going to find my daughter regardless, even if it costs me my life. Okay, I don't give a damn. I'm getting my daughter back. And you know what? I wouldn't expect anything less. Like, of course, he's going to feel that way. And then she telling him, of course you will. And she's like, you're not going to have to die for it. And he's saying, how do you know? And she talking about something because I pray. I'm like, okay, Nancy, whatever, you know. And so the vice president wife finally get back down there to his ass. And he's saying, you know, where were you? You know, what was going on? And she's telling him how she was with Victoria. And Victoria was trying to question her. And he was like, you know, what did you tell her? She was like, I ain't tell her anything. It was nothing to tell her. I played the dutiful wife. Okay, the title of the episode. And she was like, I basically told her I didn't know why the hell she wanted me here. What she, you know, was asking me these questions for, whatever the case may be. And she was like, I wish I would have taped her. And he said, well, I'm glad you didn't, you know. That might have been, you know, put you in jeopardy or whatever if you would have did that. He was like, that would have been too risky. He said, you know, we're going to handle this. We're going to get down to what we need to. She asking him what they found out. And he says, we have allies here. And we're going to bring these damn people down. People are going to get to know, you know, who the hell they had in office. And we're going to get these son of a bitches out of here. And so she was like, well, you better believe they're not going to leave without a fight. And he was like, I know. You know, I'm prepared for all of that. And so at this point, Max and Bobby call him to let him know, you know, that they're outside. And he's basically like, okay, we're going to be getting ready to get this on the road now. He was like, you have clearance to go, you know, through the front gate and we'll meet you outside. So she's sitting there helping him get his jacket on and all that good stuff. Like, let me help you, baby. And I'm like, wow, okay, they really going through with this because I wasn't honestly expecting them to even make it this far. I thought they was going to have these damn people heads chopped off. And so then we get Jason crazy ass. I don't know whether he was on like just some type of balcony or if he was supposed to be on the roof or what. And, you know, of course, the guy's trying to get him back in. He's telling him over and over and over, come on. And then Jason is telling him, no, I'm not going no damn where till I smoke my cigarette. You do whatever the hell you want to do, but I'm staying out here and I'm smoking my cigarette. And then he talking about, I just get so angry all the time. I'm just mad all the time. I don't know why. I don't even know why. And I killed my grandmother. Did you know that? I killed my grandmother and she was a bitch and she was mean and she was this and that, but she didn't deserve to die. And so I'm just like, oh God, I don't know, understand how they didn't have this damn boy put in a damn psych ward already. But he's telling him, you make yourself comfortable because I ain't going to damn place. I'm going to smoke my cigarette and that's that. And the guy basically leaves him alone, is quiet and letting him smoke his cigarette. So then you have, you know, the first lady and I'm not the first lady, but the vice president, the second lady, standing outside, and they meeting Bobby and Max. They saying this next security thing is going to be easier, that the front gate would have been the hardest. And so you have Cal coming up at the same time, like, what the hell is going on here? And the vice president tells him to stand down, and then he's like, okay, sir, but what's going on? So Bobby was like, you know, Max rather was like, do you want me to take him down? And the vice president was like, well, why? He was like, because he's a big part of this too. And then he was like, if you touch me, you're going to die. And so Bobby tells them that, you know, the vice president and his wife, y'all need to step back in. Y'all need to leave us with this. And Bobby and Max get to whipping on Cal behind. And I was like, yes, 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 yes. This was so overdue. Okay, baby, Cal needs his ass whipped. Okay, he done got away with too much shit. And so they basically going off on him. And I was loving every single minute of it. I'm like, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Okay. And they was giving it to him. But, you know, they beating the mess out of him or whatever. And the vice president and, you know, second lady come in. And at the same time, Sam ass running out there. I'm like, Sam, what the hell you running out there for? I guess he has seen it on camera that they was beating him, and he come running out. And at first he's trying to, you know, stop them. And I'm like, Sam, what the hell you trying to stop them for? You know, Cal and them is full of crap. You know, it's been some stuff going on there. So they do get Sam to go back in or whatever the case may be, and leaving them out there with him. And, you know, Bobby is basically telling Max, like, well, no, we got to save him for Lily. And he was like, oh, he shot me. You know, he killed my damn friend. But we going to be worried about saving him for Lily because she got a little bit of water on her. And that part had me cracking up. I was like, no, he didn't say it wasn't a little bit of water, though. They was waterboarding her ass. But basically, I understood where he was coming from, too, at the same time. And so, you know, they basically end up handcuffing Cal and putting him in the back of the truck. In the meantime, Hunter dumbass is laying on the couch taking a damn nap. He talking about napping, and I ain't seen this man never have a damn cabinet meeting. Maybe one time we see him have a meeting. He ain't did no damn work since he been president. That's all he ever doing is sleeping, eating, drinking, and trying to screw some damn girl, okay? And he talking about, well, when will I be able to go play golf? And he was like, I promise you, if you go to these meetings, you could go ahead and play golf. And it's like, you promise? Like he's a damn little kid. And he was like, yes, I promise. And he was like, well, you also have, you know, the press out there, whatever the case may be, because you called, you know, for a meeting with the press. He was like, what was that about? What did you want to discuss with them? And so he was like, you know, what are you talking about? I didn't get no damn press pool assembled. And he was like, yes, you did. You want to tell me what this is about? And he was like, the press pool, sir, because Hunter talking about some what? And then he was like, I don't know. I didn't get them. He was like, yes, you did. I was told that you organized them to be there. He was like, no, I did not, Donald. He was like, well, sir, the damn press secretary said you assembled the press. So he was like, well, I didn't. So who the hell assembled them? These damn dummies. And mind you, Donald was saying that he wanted to keep the vice president there so he could keep a close eye on him. Obviously, you wasn't doing that, Donald, okay? Donald was messing up all around this episode. And so when he calls to see who assembled it, he finds out. He's like, no, stop it right now. Stop it right now. He was like, sir, it was the vice president. So they both go running. It's already too late. He's already up there giving a speech talking about, hello, everybody. I'm proud to say that we're honoring 2 American heroes, Max Carter and Robert Caden. He was like, you know, it's going to be a full investigation as to what happened. Victoria's watching it on the TV at this point. He's like, it's not these agents' fault. They are actually, you know, heroes. He's saying Yuma's deceased. And, you know, Victoria comes out the room now and comes down. And she's like, Hunter. And he's like, I know. And so, you know, of course, the press starts asking, like, well, this is what? A homicide? And who you saying is linked to? And he was like, this is linked to the White House. You know, it goes directly to them. And they, you know, they're connected in the deaths. And they was like, well, you know, how many deaths is it? He says, so far we know of 2, and this goes directly to the president and the first lady. So Hunter and damn Victoria staying there looking stupid. And he was like, this is going to be an investigation with the FBI and the DOJ. I was surprised they really let this get this far. I said, y'all are some dummies, all of y'all there. And they still snuck right underneath y'all behinds. And he's saying how they're heroic and how, you know, Max is going to get the Presidential Freedom Medal and all of that stuff, and as should you know, Bobby. And so he was like, they're patriots and they should be celebrated. And so, you know, I was like, wow, they really doing this. Okay, we're going to see where this is go. So they said, you know, it's going to be brought to justice with these damn heinous crimes that they did. And of course, Hunter's talking about, you son of a bitch, and just standing there looking stupid. And he was like, I'm invoking the 25th president, you know, the 25th Amendment rather, so that I could become president immediately. And Victoria's looking at damn, you know, Hunter like the jackass that he is. And so basically we have damn Jason crazy ass throw down the cigarette and say you dropped something. I don't know how the hell this Secret Service could be so smart and so stupid at the same time. And when the guy looks down, he basically jumps over the damn wall. I figured that's what he was going to do. And then he's like, oh, he's loose, he's loose, he's loose. Basically yelling into his watch that damn Jason got out. And so that basically was the ending of the episode, y'all. So I don't know, y'all. What y'all think gonna happen to y'all? Think they really gonna get away with this, or they not even gonna make it out alive? Because I'm surprised that they got that damn far. And also, don't forget to let me know if this is something that you guys do want to see and you want me to continue reviewing. Make sure you leave that in the comments. You know, like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel, okay? Subscribe. Okay? Until next time, talk to y'all later. Toodaloo.